Hi boys and girls. So I'm going to show you our calendar. Today is Thursday, May 14th, 2020. So Thursday we have one more day for learning. Tomorrow will be Friday. Then we'll have our off days for Saturday and Sunday. So today on Thursday, May 14th, we are going to do a little bit of learning about another animal that you may know a little bit about already. I know a few of my friends actually have these at your house and you raise them at your house. So today I'm going to talk to you about an oviparous animal called a chicken. So you're going to be using this book that was in your packet, and this book is a reader that you can practice your reading superpowers. And this book is about the life cycle of a chick to a chicken. And since it's an oviparous animal, we know that this animal hatches from an egg. Chicks and chickens. So make sure when you read, you're using all of those things we practiced in our classroom, starting with your pointer power. Make sure your eyes are focusing on each word. And today we are going to be talking about those two letters that when you stick them together side by side in a word, it is called a digraph. All right, and the digraph that we'll be practicing today is the digraph C and H. When C and H are next to each other in a word, the sounds change from k to ch. It's like the digraph that we already learned about T and H. When T and H are side by side, instead of saying t, those two letters say th, like in the word the, or the word Thursday, just like our day of the week that was on the calendar. So whenever you see T and H, that is a digraph. T and H together says th. And the digraph that we'll be practicing today is the digraph CH that makes the sound ch. A chicken starts as an egg. So there's the egg and the chicken. And chicken eggs can be lots of different colors. I've seen brown ones and white ones. I've seen some that are a little bit speckled. The eggs lay in the nest. So my picture helped me with this word, nest. You can also tap that, nest, nest. Now I have a label in the picture. So I see this word in the picture pointing to something. We call those labels. And we've seen this word in lots of your paper practice pages. It's a tap word, a CVC word, hen. So this is a hen, and a hen is a girl chicken. Hen. The chicken sits on the eggs to keep them warm. So that's the job after the hen, the mama chicken, lays the eggs. She sits on them to keep them warm. Now some eggs are eggs that we crack open and we eat. There isn't a baby growing inside of them, but some eggs are fertilized and the baby will grow inside of them. The mom will keep them warm. The baby chicks grow inside the eggs. So if there isn't a baby that's growing inside of that egg, a farmer can use a special light. It's actually like a flashlight, and they can see right through the shell to know if that is an egg that is going to be one that goes into the carton to go to the store for people to buy and eat, or the farmer will know if those eggs have a baby growing inside. And those eggs we don't put in the carton and send to the grocery store for people to eat. We wait for the chick to hatch. Now use your picture clue. This page will be about the chick coming out or hatching from the egg. After about 21 days, the chicks hatch I want you to notice on this page, I see the C and H together in the beginning of the word ch-ix. I'm going to underline that. Actually, I'll circle it so it's easier to see. The chicks hatch. Do you hear that C and H together at the end of the word? Hatch. I'm going to circle that C and H. So digraphs can be at the beginning of a word or at the end of the word, and sometimes you might find them in the middle of a word, but usually they're at the beginning or at the end. The chicks grow into chickens and lay more eggs. So those baby chicks will hatch. They will grow into chickens. If they're a girl, they will be a hen. If they're a boy, they will be a rooster. If they grow into a girl hen, then those hens can begin laying their eggs and the life cycle continues. So boys and girls, I want you to practice reading this book. After you practice reading it, I want you to go back and I want you to look for all of the digraphs in the book. So starting on the cover, if you see the CH ch or the TH in any words, I want you to circle those digraphs. So if I was on the front cover, chicks and chickens, I see the digraph CH in the beginning of the word chicks, and I see the digraph CH in the beginning of the word chickens. So I'm going to circle them. Then I'll read the next page. A chicken starts as an egg. Do you see the digraph CH or TH? I see CH. So I'm going to circle it. Those digraphs are important to know. For first grade, you'll be getting some trickier words, so you have to know that those special letters squished together will change their sound. The eggs lay in the nest. Do you see the digraph? I don't see a CH word, but I see the TH. The and the 2 times. I'll do one more page with you and then you'll be able to do the rest of this on your own, and you can have your parents check it or you can send me pictures too. The chicken sits on the eggs to keep them warm. Now, if you're really, really looking, you're going to see 4 words that have digraphs. The chicken, the, and them. I see the TH in the CH in chicken, another TH in the, and way down here the word them. There's the TH. So I want you to continue doing that through the end of the book so that your eyes start noticing those special digraphs, those 2 letters squished together to change and make the new sound. You're looking for th and ch words. All right, now I have a great book, and this is going to be a read aloud that I will just continue in this same video. I'm not going to post a separate video. It's a fiction story, and it is about a hen. Now this is an old story. This story's been around for a long, long time. In fact, this book is very old. I think it's Mr. Della Penna's. Yep, it's from, it says to Matthew in 1974. This is an old book his grandma and grandpa gave him when he was just 1 year old. So this book, The Little Red Hen, is about a chicken or a hen and her chicks. And it has some other good characters in it too. The Little Red Hen, as told by Evelyn Begley, illustrated by Carl and Mary Haug. One day, when the Little Red Hen was scratching for her breakfast in the farmyard, she found a grain of wheat. "How lovely," she cried, "a grain of wheat. I shall plant it right away." So she's outside looking for food for herself and for her babies. She found a tiny little grain of wheat, and a grain is another word for like a seed. So she's going to plant it. Her friend, the black and white dog, was passing just then, so she called out to him, "Dog, will you help me plant this grain of wheat? No, not I, said the dog. I am taking a walk. Then the little red hen looked around and saw her friend the cat sunning herself on the haystack. Cat, will you help me plant this grain of wheat? She asked. Not I, said the cat. I am much too sleepy. Next, the little red hen turned to her friend the pig, who was sitting happily in the mud puddle. She said to him, Pig, will you help me plant this grain of wheat? Not I, said the pig. I am washing my back. So they're all pretty busy doing nothing super important. But they don't really want to help the hen. Then I will plant it myself, said the little red hen, and she did. When the wheat had grown up, ripe and golden, so notice wheat, that makes food for the hen, and you can make lots of other things out of wheat. We'll find out what those things are. The little red hen went back to her friends in the farmyard. Dog, she called out, will you help me reap the wheat? Not I, said the dog, and walked away. Now that word reap means to cut it. So she has to go out and she has to cut it from the field to do something with it. Then the little red hen asked the cat, Cat, will you help me reap the wheat? Not I, said the cat, and she closed her eyes. Pig, will you help me reap the wheat? Asked the little red hen. Not I, said the pig, settling back into his mud puddle. They're not being very helpful friends. Well, then I will do it myself, said the little red hen, and she did. The little red hen reaped the wheat, working under the hot sun, and when she finished, she put the wheat into her red wheelbarrow. Now I must take the wheat to the mill to be ground into flour, she said. So this wheat you can take to a special place called a mill, and they will squish it and crunch it down and turn it into flour. Not flours that we see that are pretty and smell good, but the flour that you can put in recipes, that little white powder that you can make all kinds of things out of, adding sugar and eggs. And so this wheat will turn into flour. So she's got to take it all to the mill. Will you help me take this wheat to the mill, dog? She asked. Not I, said the dog. I am busy. Will you help me take the wheat to the mill, cat? Asked the little red hen. Not I, said the cat. I'm too tired. Then, asked the little red hen, will you help me take this wheat to the mill, pig? What do you think Pig said? Not I, said the pig. I don't feel well. How do you think Hen might be feeling right now? She's not getting a lot of help from her friends, and they really don't look too busy. Very well, I will take it there myself, said the little red hen. And off she went to the mill. The jolly miller ground the wheat into flour, and when the flour was ready, the little red hen put it into her wheelbarrow and went home. So she's going to take it home now. Let's see what she's going to do with that flour. Now, she said, who will help me bake this flour into bread? Dog, will you help? But the dog was resting. Not I, said the dog. The little red hen asked the cat, Cat, will you help me bake this flour into bread? But the cat just washed her face. Not I, said the cat. Then the little red hen asked the pig, Pig, will you help me bake this flour into bread? But the pig was drying off in the sun. Not I, said the pig. So do you hear this pattern in the story? All the animals keep being asked and they say, not I. Very well, said the little red hen, I will bake it myself. And she did. And soon there was a delightful smell of new bread baking. And when it was ready, the little red hen took the golden brown loaf out of the oven. Now, she asked, looking out into the farmyard, who will help me eat this bread? So now she's asking her friends who will help eat. Now all of those characters before have been saying not I. Let's see what they say this time. I will, said the dog, running to her. I will, cried the cat, stretching up high on her toes. I will, said the pig, getting onto his feet as fast as he could. But notice the hen. She's pointing her finger. Aha, said the little red hen. Who planted the wheat? Who reaped the wheat? Who took the wheat to the mill? And who baked the bread? She asked. She's not very happy. They didn't give her any help when she asked for a little bit of help. But now they want to eat it. Why, I did, said the little red hen. And now my chicks and I are going to eat this loaf ourselves. And by Jiminy, they did. So she only let people, the characters who helped her, eat that. And if you noticed, oftentimes those little chicks were helping their mom. They were following her and they were there, even though they couldn't be a lot of help. So the moral of this story, or the lesson that we learn, might be that if somebody asks you to help them, you might want to give them a little bit of help so that you make them feel good and you're a good friend. But that is the story, The Little Red Hen. I hope those characters learned a lesson, and the next time maybe they'll be a little more helpful. So I hope you liked that story and learning about the life cycle of a chicken. And I want you to practice looking for those digraphs also. I will have a couple of more videos that I post later today and tomorrow about some other fiction stories about oviparous animals. And I will see you all tomorrow for our class family meetings. Bye-bye.